Welcome everyone back to our farm here on Baldeykino in Farming Simulator 22. Last episode, I believe I left off working on a new field up here. Let's see, last episode I believe was probably cut pretty short by a lot of problems that I had trying to do things. I got some water and stuff to our pigs. Yeah, we now have pigs over there behind those trees in our pig pen. Kind of working on that. It's something I want to look at. And we got a field over here I'm going to show you. Today, one thing I want to address is, I'm going to see if we can do something about this gravel. And I want to look at some making some money. As you can see, we are missing about $50-some-odd thousand from last episode. Yeah, well, I got to say, I made a purchase for the farm, and I really like this. That's where we're going right now. It's going to help us out with some of this stuff. I saw it. I just had to have it, and it is right in here. Without further ado, we got us a 2012 Belarus 2022. It is, I got to say, this is the most proud I've ever been of any purchase I've made in this game, and that's saying a lot. When I got this thing, well, because I worked really hard for that money. I got a 2012 model, manual transmission. It has reverse drive control, which is great. So I picked up a blade with it so that we can work on the driveway. 212 horsepower. Yeah, this is going to help us out a lot, So it's got, as opposed to, now we still have the 80, of course. 80 horsepower, small tractor. It's still going to come in really handy, especially as it has a front loader. But our new 2022, this thing is just incredible. So every bit, especially when you hear it. So let's get to it. Let's see. Let's fire it up here. It does sound nice, especially from inside the cab. It's really, really detailed. All right, let's see what we can do with the driveway here. Let's see if this leveling blade is going to help us at all or not. There's a lot of things I want to get to do today. Actually, wait, before we do this, let's head over here and check out our field. I believe I started plowing this. Oh yeah, I had the outline done for it in the last episode. Well, the outline is done. And also, after I bought this tractor, I went and, we got a cultivator over there. I snagged that cultivator from the collective farm. They were, let's just say, they were jealous of this new tractor. I kind of got the bug after I drove one of their AGCO tractors over to pick up our water trailer, and I kind of just had to get a new tractor. Even though this costs a lot of money, we're gonna work on recouping some of that money today. But when I took this tractor over there, it was definitely the talk of the local farmers. It's not new, it's 11 years old, but it's a pretty nice tractor. So anyway, I took it out here with a cultivator I got from the collective farm and got this all smoothed out here. We just need to get these rocks up, and I'm going to work on that. I think I had some kind of plan for that. There's also no line spread here. It's something else I want to work on. But yeah, we got a decent sized field here. If we look at it on the map, you can see it's got to be 4 times larger than the field we just planted with weeds. So we're going to have this field for next year for whatever we want to plant here, maybe soybeans. I'm not sure yet. So let's hop in our new Belarus. I do like Belarus tractors, it is true, and I set out to buy a tractor. It wasn't necessarily this one. I was looking at other tractors, but I saw this, and I saw the options I could equip, and I saw the price. I was able to get it for, I don't know, $56,000, something like that, right around there. They do have the new 2022 models, but it costs substantially more, maybe one day. And there are, again, I do like Belarus tractors, and there is a larger variant. There's plenty of other tractors in the sea, but maybe we'll make this a Belarus farm, because we can go up to the big YAMZ powered 3522 if I ever get that kind of money. For now, let's play with our new reverse drive control, and this will make it a lot easier doing some of the things that we were doing in reverse in the 80. Now, a lot easier. For instance, controlling our blade here that we have on the front, or the back of the tractor, which is now the front. So let's put this to work here and see if my little idea here could work. May just take a little time and patience. Basically, it's just a silage blade. Well, we can definitely get it. Let's see here. I have to work with this some. Let's move the blade up a bit. Up a little bit. I want it to kind of go under the blade. There, I kind of got it there. So yeah, with enough work, we can spread it out a little bit. I'll work on this some here, see what I can get done. Yeah, so you can see if I'll do this on my own time as I have downtime this winter. We'll work on this. If I can get the blade just right, we can kind of smooth some of this gravel out. So a little bit at a time. And yeah, it's kind of down there where my gauges are, but you can see we can kind of, if we go nice and slow, if you start getting it too bumpy, the blade lifts. But yeah, right there, we've got us a pretty good patch. Well, yeah, that kind of works. So I'll be working on that on my downtime. And yeah, I think with enough rocks, it actually was not as hard as I thought it might be. With enough rocks, we might just be able to get this nice smooth driveway. Really creative means that I hadn't thought of before. For now, let's drop this blade off. Oh, yeah, so one thing. So I was thinking, so yeah, this tractor definitely set us back a lot of money. As you can see, we're pretty much out of money now. And the thing is, I could have bought a lot of equipment. I could have bought a couple pieces of equipment for the $50-some thousand this tractor cost. However, you need a bigger tractor to run bigger equipment. You know, at some point you have to make that leap and say, okay, we're going to get a bigger tractor. So, you know, without the bigger tractor, I would have been just buying small equipment. I had to make the leap at some time, at some point. So let's just drop this blade off here. There we go. And so regarding making money, let's go ahead and close the garage up here. I don't think we need in here just now. I thought we might take on a contract, see what's available to be done around town. We've done, over the past few episodes, quite a bit here on our farm. We have a whole new field, which is, it's more than good for the time of year it is. So let's have a look at contracts we may be able to take up and make some money through the rest of November. Surely there's some harvesting that needs done or something, being November. 7.5 hectares. That is, I think, about the size of our entire area where our house is, you know, in our fields. That's not too bad. Harvesting soybeans. That could be cool, harvesting soybeans. And we'll leave their tractor there. We could put our tractor to work on it. Yeah, harvesting soybeans. That'd be kind of a fun change. It'd be something fun to do. And that'll make us $13,000. So let's get down there. Field 5, Mr. Vasilovich. So, yeah, and I want to use our new tractor. We'll just leave theirs at the shop. We're going to use our new Belarus. There we go. Yeah, let's take a ride in this guy. Sounds really, really nice. On our bumpy gravel road. Yeah, I'll get that smoothed out. And it goes a little bit faster than our little tractor. A few miles an hour faster. Yeah, it's a nice drive. All right, so I'm going to get down there. I'll see you guys down at the store, and we can start getting some of this equipment down to Field 5. Oh, yeah, this tractor is going to be a lot wider on this road. Of course, I drove it here from the dealership, and it gets a little tight up here on the bridge, but it does work it does work on the road. I decided to fit the duals on the rear, thinking about some concerns I've had in certain places with traction. Well, now we have a 4-wheel drive tractor. That's the other bonus of this. Yeah, we got room there. It's a 4-wheel drive tractor, and with that, we shouldn't have any more traction concerns with this. We may decide to fit it down to only singles in the rear, but for now, this works great. Yeah, it does take up a bit of road, but we got room to maneuver it here. Yeah, this thing has a nice cab. Here as we pull into town, I've just been kind of enjoying the drive on this November day. sure there's no train. Well, there's no train, because if there were, the things would be down. Alright, and we should have the equipment waiting for us up here. Whoa, look out for pedestrians. Look out, sir. Alright. Yep, got a ton of equipment waiting here for us. That's a decent sized trailer. Let's get to the side view. It's easier to see. Alright, so... Alright, let's get... Well, yeah, let's start getting this down there. I'm going to get the header loaded up on the trailer and start getting some of this stuff down to field 5. Alright, so I've got some of the stuff ready to go here. We're going to run the trailer down with our tractor. We may as well use their tractor to run something down, so I don't have to make as many trips. This way we can run their tractor down, shuttle back, and run the trailer down with our tractor and get the harvester. Now, I recently did have a comment in one of my videos remarking something about pulling the header with the combine. You know, they said, you can pull the header with the harvester. Yeah, I'm aware that you can. I do this because, personally, I've not seen a lot of harvesters moving on the road. You usually don't see them moving, but when I have, I always see a different vehicle pulling the header. I can't say in real life I've ever seen... I like to keep things immersive here and realistic. I've never seen a harvester pulling its own header. I always see it behind a truck or a tractor. Anyway, let me know in the comments below, but doing things as immersive as I can. So let's go ahead and get this header down to field 5. And now I didn't want to strap down on the trailer, right? So hopefully it stays on there. I'll have to drive it carefully. Something about these class headers, because I had the same problem when we harvested the other field near the beginning of the series. I forget, it was the field next to ours anyway. It was also a class machine, and its header did not want to snap onto the trailer, and I didn't have any problems with it sliding off. I mean, that header weighs a few tons. It's not like it's going to slide off, so I think we'll be good anyhow. I'm going to get this down to field 5. We'll meet you guys down there, and we can check out what we're going to be harvesting for our contract today. All right, and it should be this field. Yeah, that looks like soybeans from here. Should be this field right up here on the left. And looks like we're good to turn right on the edge of town. Let's make sure we're in the right place. Yep, we're in the right place. 7.57 hectares. All right. Well, let's park this header here. Where's a good spot to put it? Actually, you know where a great spot to put it is if I loop around that empty grass right there. Supposing there's not a ditch there. Okay, yeah. This would be a good place to park this right here. All right, and we can just leave this right here, and I'm going to hitch a ride back to the dealership and grab the harvester. And this is one of those nice trailers. I think this is one of those. Push trailers, is it? Yeah, it is. That's pretty cool. But sorry, check that. I mean, this is, yeah, something like this is way out of our price range. It's pretty fancy. I don't know how much it holds. Maybe this could hold like 35,000 liters or something. Something kind of occurred to me. I've got the harvester down there. We're just running the tipper down there now, and so this will be the last bit of hardware to get down to the field. I was thinking that, we always do a really good job harvesting. I always make sure to get every bit of grain. So that said, we're going to have unaccounted for soybeans after we're done that we'll be able to do with as we please. I always harvest these fields 100%. I always figure do the best job you can, right? Well, I was thinking we've harvested fields before here, and if I'm not mistaken, see, I remarked an episode or two ago that we didn't have anything at the silo down across the street, that we hadn't used it yet because we hadn't put out any grain. That's true, we haven't, but we have had some extra grain, and I think we do have some grain stored down there. So I'm going to check that on the way down to field 5. That's pretty close to that curve there. I'm going to pull over up here at the silo and see, because yeah, we might actually have some grain here, which there's also pig food placed. I think we can also make pig food up here. Just thinking of our pigs, and I was thinking about what to do for food with them. Well, we have some grain, and I believe there's pig food production down here. So let's check. On the way down to field 5, let's pull over here and check. Get off the road, let the traffic through. let's have a look here, because it seems ages ago we harvested the other field of soybeans, I think it was. I think it was also soybeans. Well, let's find out here. Let's check the silo and see. Wheat. Apparently that was wheat we were harvesting. And yeah, I remember that's the one where I made the huge mess on accident, putting it, offloading it down there. We've got almost 9,000 liters of wheat in there. That is ours. Let's see down here. I think there's pig food production. Not 100%, but it seems like there was. I do seem to remember that these bins are not labeled in English. Let's see here. All right, so that's seed production. Okay, so yes, it didn't. This one doesn't say on the doors when you come in here. So yes, this is owned by the collective farm. Owns this. Well, this is all part of this big silo thing. It is pig food production, and I checked in the thing, and yeah, it takes potatoes and sugar beets and corn. So nothing to do with what we're doing, but we will be able to make food for our pigs when we, you know, supposing we have the right stuff. That's it, just as long as I'm thinking about that. Yeah, pigs, we can feed our pigs grain for now. Anyway, so we do have some wheat we can feed our pigs for now, which is good. I'll get to that later. For now, so that is pig food production, and we do have some grain here we can feed our pigs in the meantime. So let's get down to field 5 and get on with the harvesting contract. It'll make us, what, after the... it'll make us some money. We'll have leftover, we'll see, but it'll make us a solid, I don't know, 12,000, something like that, right around there. I'll meet you guys down at field 5. All right, now that we've got the tipper down here, we are ready to get started. Let's see how we want to tackle this field. What's it look like on the map? All right, I had a look at the map, and let's shut the tractor down. It looks like we're going to want to go north to south, technically be the best way. It's kind of square, but it's mostly north to south. Let's take off this around the border of the north edge at least first, though, so we have more maneuvering room for the combine. Well, let's get started here. Oh, actually, I just had the thought, where are we taking this? Fish farming. We're taking it to the fish farming place. Okay, the fish farm is up here. That's oh, that's like right next door to there's our pig pen right there. Here's the fish farm by this pond here. Fish farming. All right, so that's where we're going to be taking the soybeans. It's a bit of a drive. Yeah, it's a bit of a drive. We'll take the scenic route past the bakery, up through the forest. Yeah, that'll be a scenic drive. All right, so let's get. Yeah, I was just getting ready to pick up the header, and I thought I would check on that. It's always good to know where you're going with it, you know. Got us a big fancy harvester to use. It is fun, in a way, take on these contracts once in a while and get to use some new machinery. Although we have that 2012 tractor now, we're starting to get somewhere with our machinery. And as we make money, you know, it's all uphill from there, or all downhill from there. Well, it's all better from there once we start getting newer, better machinery. Figure we'll take off this northern headland first and start doing north to south rows. Yeah, the fields always look bigger when you actually get out to them. You know, I was like, yeah, it's not too big a field, it's no problem. And it's not. It's 7.5 hectares. Again, I think that's about the size of our main portion of land up there where our house is. But then when you see, maybe it's just seeing all the brown of the soybeans makes it look bigger. If our, yeah, it's true. You know, if our plot of land was all one big field, it would certainly look bigger, you know. Let's go ahead and get this, and whoops, I missed a little bit there. Kind of take off this bit up here. And then we'll get it going north and south. Oh, some deer out here again. We don't need any extra protein in our soybeans. Jeez, those deer, they're little adrenaline junkies, I guess. Well, we'll just have to trust that they know best to stay away from large moving machinery. Let's see if I can make this turn here nice and smooth like. Somewhat, yeah. I'll fix it later. We'll fix that bit. Okay, and that gives us a third of a grain tank. Well, we better start from the east side so that we don't get stuck on the opposite side as the tipper. I'm not sure how fast this is going to fill going south. So let's start from that end, and then maybe, yeah, we'll just work our way west. All right, here we are. Let's get set and work our way south down this. Let's see how much. So we're at about 32% of a tank of a hopper, full of grain. We could have a decent amount left over. This size of field, we could have, depending on how much that trailer holds, we could have just, I like to do estimations. I estimate we could have as much as maybe 2/3 of that trailer full for ourselves. No, soybeans are not as high yield as the wheat. Well, we could have as much as a hopper left over. Something for our pigs. Or whatever else. There's a lot of production here in Baldeykino of all kinds of things. Well, you saw that we're taking this to a fish farm. There's also a meat smoking place down. That might be it right there over the top of the harvester, actually. It's right around there. There's a meat smoking place. Yeah, we may use that for our pigs once we have enough that we can afford to part with some. There's also, of course, there's a bakery, there's a grain mill, usual things like that. I've never worked at the fish farm before. They're very common in this part of the world, but I'm new to out here, so we'll have to, we'll see, I'll poke around the fish farm when we take the soybeans down there. Now, do we have enough room up here to turn around? Yeah, in fact, I think we can kind of swing this around. We've got enough hopper room that we can head down here. But we don't have enough to go back up north. We wouldn't make it back up north, so we're gonna have to circle back around, or just bring the tractor around. Well, there's 10% of the field completed. So, yeah, 10% of the field, and our first hopper isn't even full. And by the way, it looks like I'm going to be doing the exact thing I said I didn't want to do. I'm going to end up with a full hopper on the other side of the field. Well, at least there's kind of a straight route back. Well, it's just that north-south road just kind of roped right into going west down the south end, and, well, Bob's your uncle. Here we are at the far corner of the field. But, wow, 10% of the field harvested in 80% of a grain tank. All right, so let's turn around, and all the soybean dust and chaff here get turned around, and head back to the tipper, and I'll just keep it going north and south and work our way west. That way I don't have to do that. That way I don't have to do this run again. I guess I just wanted to get that southern headland off, so we got room to turn around. Let's try this way. I'm in an adventurous sort of mood. Let's see if we can do this the old-fashioned way, shall we? We have the advantage of being able to have our camera wherever we want it. Let's do it farmer point of view and see how my skills are. I had a little issue there with the frames. I don't know what that's about. All right, so let's clear it with our header here. See where our pipe's going to come out at. Yeah, you saw it right. I actually, that was just luck. Oh, that was pure luck. Well, mostly. Okay, well, either way, bravo. Main reason I don't drive like this, if you're wondering, why don't I drive like this? It's more immersive. Because I'm using a controller. And when you use a controller, the steering wheel does that. And it looks completely unimmersive. Yeah, I wish that Giants would do something about that. If it didn't do that, I would totally drive in first person more. But it does that. Alright, so that is this grain tank empty. And I do like driving like this when I can, though. For sure. And if we could adjust the mirrors, I'll tell you what, if we could adjust the mirrors, and if the steering wheel moved a little more realistically, now if you're really careful, you can do that. But anyhow, that's why. But I'm sure a lot of y'all know that. If we could adjust the mirrors, that would be a different story. Let's get set for another row. I mean, it can't hurt. This is, again, very immersive. And then some. Nope. Yeah. It's best to do it the, well, it was fun for an experiment to see if I could get it into the tipper, and I did. Perhaps I can work with that more later. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want, I can try to do it more fully immersive. For now, let's get this job done, because we've only got today. This is the last day of November. I'm running this on 2-day months, which I decided was perfectly fine for that I accidentally. Yeah, I hit the wrong button there, and I hired a worker on accident. There we go. So let's get moving again. Yeah, I decided this 2-day months is perfectly fine for these size fields and everything. I may have to increase that as the series goes on and as our farm increases in size, but for now it's the last day of November, so we need to get this done today. I'll give this another shot here as we turn around. I think I can maneuver this a little better than what I was doing back at the north end of the field. I think I can be a little better with this. Let's whip a good turn here. I think I can maneuver this right. Uphill, up the hill. Whoops, I didn't mean to stop there. Come on, too many controls at once. There we go. I don't want to leave any. No, we're not. We're good. It's just, yeah, there's definitely different things to pay attention to. But yeah, for sure, if we could adjust the mirrors. Now, of course, there are mods that allow the infill panels to work. See, I don't know why they're not integrated with the vehicles. I have no idea. Just, you know, speaking in game terms, you know, racing sims, all of the gauges and everything work. I don't know why these don't. Of course, there are mods to do, but there's too many mods that make them work and too many vehicles dependent on certain ones, so I don't even bother with those, if you were wondering. I don't bother with them because there's certain ones that make those displays work, and they work with certain vehicles, and it's too restrictive for me, so I don't bother with those. If it was integrated into the game, that'd be a different story. Anyway, let's get back. I'd like to get back to the immersive play, which is the reason I'm sitting here in the cab in the first place. So how are we on our tank? Half full? Check back here and see the soybeans pouring in. And I want to get that little bit up there that I missed. Look at that when we turn around. There's our new tractor. Yeah, I had this real feeling of accomplishment when I got that new Belarus tractor. It's not new, but okay, I believe I said it's a 2012 model. When I got that, I had this real feeling of accomplishment, like I'd actually had something really cool. And there's not many tractors I purchased that gave me that feeling. It's a really neat little tractor. Well, it's not little, it's a medium-sized tractor, but you know what I mean. Let's get this right here. Oops. I'm going to turn around and get the next row started. And there's not much visibility there to really see where we're going. And perfect. That is what I was looking to get the first time. Yeah, a little practice. You get this down. Alright, I'm going to hop back out here though. I do like to watch the machines work. And you know what? Yeah, we're already 2/3 of a tank full. I haven't. I'll tell you, I was so concerned watching exactly where I was going, watching my mirrors and everything. I haven't seen if we've made any progress on the field. Well, 10% was about 80% of one tank, so anytime now we should be seeing 20%, I would think. But yeah, we'll see about that. It's a pretty nice looking picture right there. A harvester. It's a nice looking harvester at work harvesting soybeans. Let's see if I am curious. I want to see if I can get this in the truck again as easily as I did the first time. Let's go back down up the field. That is up the field to our tipper, and I might want to move it farther into the field. Oh, watch over here. Definitely don't want to bang up our brand new tractor. Oh, we're going to have to swivel around anyway. Alright, come about. Get the pipe out. Oh, wow. Alright, so let's get this unloaded into here. You know, let's hop out real quick and let's check in our tractor and see, yeah, what is the capacity of this tipper? Are we gonna... Looks like it holds about 30,000 liters. Yeah, we're gonna have room for probably another hopper full out of the harvester. Is that empty? Yep, that's empty. Well, yeah, now I'm kind of driving it like this, I guess. It's alright. Swing around, start another row. Have a look out here. Oh yeah, I love all the... Again, oh, there we go, 20% completed. I do love the sound of the machines working and everything that you can see and feel out here, though, for sure. Yeah, when we get done with... we'll be able to go down, up, and probably back down again, and I'll bring the tipper over here, meet us in the middle of the field. And while I've got the tractor, I'll probably take it, and yeah, we'll take a little trip down to the fish farm. I don't think I've been... no, I've probably been there once. Probably when I first got here to Baldeykino, I probably toured around and checked everything out. Probably been there like once or something, because I knew kind of where to look for it on the map. I knew it was kind of over the northeast corner, because I knew there was a lake, and there's like a quarry or something. There's a campground or something over there. Yeah, probably been down there once. Hopefully we don't get lost on the way. I think I'll be fine. But this definitely beats the pants off that sugar beet job that we had, the last contract. Now, that contract paid, wow, what was it? Something like $65,000 or something. It was a very high-paying contract. But let me tell you, it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was about 6 hours of work harvesting that field altogether between, yeah, the whole job, harvesting it and everything like that. And I believe it was about 6 hours on my end doing that. And this is like a pleasure cruise. Yeah, taking down these soybeans. I always like harvesting soybeans for some reason. It's probably my most grown crop, just like speaking generally over my time farming. It's kind of always been a go-to of mine for whatever reason. I think I've probably had more fields at a time with soybeans on them than other things. That said, here in Baldeykino, well, right now we've got wheat on our farm simply because that was the time of year. As we go into next year, I'd like to decide on what we grow based on... I'll have a look at... Well, I have a pretty good idea. I know what they grow here regionally and things like that, so we may... that said, wheat is a big crop here. Alright, let's put the pipe out. I'm going to go grab the tractor, bring the tractor over this way, because this might just fill up the tipper. Let's see here. Well, we'll see. I think it'll be close enough that we'll want to make a run. Did I shut the combine down? I don't think so. Okay. Oh, getting kind of full there on the front side. Yeah, we're going to want to run it now, I think. Yeah, because let's go ahead and run it now. I'll be back for the combine. Let's find this fish farm. I saw about where it's at. That thing's pretty heavy. Yeah, it's got about 20 tons on my tractor. You see the tires all bulged out as it's struggling to pull this uphill. I mean, it's a good tractor and all. Whoops, but that's a heavy load. When I bought this tractor, there was the option for a CVT. I chose manual. To my knowledge, I could be wrong. I think this year of tractor, manual transmission was what it came with. So that's what I picked. But then again, this tractor is real to life, so maybe it did have a CVT transmission. It must have, because this is down even to the engine that's in it. Come on, tractor. I mean, yeah, that tractor, well, that tipper, sorry, does, yeah, it's got 20 tons on me, so we're pulling a heavy load here. Look at the tires are all bulged out. Get my angle fixed so we can kind of see this go down the road here. We got to go all the way north past we're going to go past the bakery. Oh, it's pulling up the hill pretty good. I mean, we had a good running start at it, but yeah, it was just getting started. Well, that field is on a hill. Getting started up that field. You could see the back tires of the tractor kind of slipping and grabbing and slipping and grabbing. So yeah, we're going to take the road that's past the bakery. That's the way I want to go. I think we might still have to cross this stream, but I think it might be easier. It'll be more of a straight shot. Wait a second. Or is that the road? Wait, let me pull over here so I can be sure. And yeah, the weight of the trailer kind of pushed me into that. Yeah, that is the road we want to take. Bear with me, traffic. We want to take this road here. I was looking and I was like, that looks like the road we want down there. Yeah, let me get there via this road. Let's see what this is a beautiful view, although this probably is the best way to drive down this road. The trees and everything are really close. Sometimes it's actually harder to get a good camera angle going down this road. Plus, we got the beautiful roadside view of the big bakery there. Oh, road gets a little sketchier here. Okay, so this road is not as tight with the camera as that one is over there on the other side. On the other side of the river, those trees are in. Oh, tight. Yeah, never mind. They are up here too. And we do got a little water crossing here, just a little bit. See how that is on the outside. Yeah. And we got a semi-sketchy bridge, it looks like. Yeah, no big deal. Now, we're going to want to be looking for, well, it should be easy to spot. I mean, it's right on the water, right? So, yeah, I did see where the road gets a bit squiggly, but I think this is actually where we want to be. Let's pull in here. Question is, where are we taking it exactly? Let's look for a place to deposit the soybeans. Well, let's go down by the water. If nothing else, we'll have a nice view down there. When I'm at a place in the in the map where I've not been, it's just I don't know. Okay, right there. See, I wouldn't have guessed. With all the markers turned off, I wouldn't have guessed it's there. I like to play with these off. So every time I go somewhere, I just memorize. You may have noticed that there's no markers on my screen. That's because I turned them all off because I've memorized where everything is. But yeah, I haven't been here yet. So we were going down by those yellow containers. I don't know what fish eat. Apparently, maybe they eat some component of soybeans. Oh, this tipper doesn't turn that sharp. No, it doesn't. Alright, so it should be able... Now I've fought the thing down here. There we go. Let's go a little closer. I'm on tractor. There we go. I like the way these push trailers work. Now we're going to want to watch that so we can... because... Well, when we finish the contract, we'll undoubtedly overfill it. But I remember I was saying that when we were doing the beet harvesting, and sure enough, like before I could even catch it, we sold a bunch. So, okay, so this should be fairly easy. So should be, well, the trailer wasn't full. So what was it? It was like 85-ish%, 82 to 85%, I think. 3 of the trailer full, with that much should do it. Try to keep an eye on that. How did we get in here? Yeah, that's a good question. Totally lost my sense of direction. Well, where's the bakery? Look for the stacks of the bakery. There. Yeah, because here's the wooden bridge. I'm glad I listened to my intuition. There's the wooden bridge, and there's the creek that we're running parallel to. I hope that... Yeah, I didn't think about it before we went over the bridge. Our total gross weight was... 27.6 tons. I hope well, apparently it is. Apparently the bridge is rated for that. That's something, yeah, it's not the kind of bridge it looks like it would be, but luckily it was. All right, here we are back at the field, and, I just had a look at the time. I've been really enjoying doing this job and, well, finding my way to the fish farm and all of that, and noticed, yeah, it's about time for this episode to be up. And that's totally fine. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clear this rest of this field out, clear this contract out here. And I'll catch up with you guys when I get all of this done. I'll catch up with you for the last trip or something like that. Finish this up, and then we'll move on to some work on our farm, or, well, we'll just see what's next. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Farming in Siberia here in Baldeykino. It's always fun. It's really fun farming out here. Tell me what you think in the comments below about our Belarus 2022. I love this tractor. It's got a really nice look to it too. It's really, well, anyway, it's a really solid tractor. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and maybe what else we could do. Any input you have is appreciated. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll catch you next time.